We are now less than a month away from the start of the new school year, and joining us live this morning with more on some of the anxiety that kids may face while heading back to class is Dr. Carmen Lopez from the Kennedy Krieger Institute. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
What are some of the things that are likely to cause a child some anxiety heading back to school this fall?
I think the most common thing that will cause some kind of stress is the uncertainty. The uncertainty of what's going to happen, what's going to be the plan, what is going to be different. So, the most important thing that as parents we can do is to have a plan and set the scene to be able to restart and inform them.
In order to do that, there should be some good communication between the school and parents, wouldn't you say, in order for parents to know what to expect?
Absolutely. There needs to be a clear expectation of what is going to happen when the child starts back at school and what are the safety measures that they're going to be implementing. And the parent, once they know it, they can share with the child.
So that might include how often they can interact with their friends, where they might be eating lunch, what some of the safety precautions are.
Correct. They need to be a clear expectation. What about masking? What about sanitizing? What about time together in the classroom and in the lunch as well as in the playground?
What are some early signs that a child might be experiencing anxiety? So often you don't seek help until something has reached maybe a crisis point, but there might be some little warning signs along the way.
Correct. Difficulty sleeping, asking many questions, and asking constant reassurance about something that they may already have been questions that have been already answered. And then probably starting to think or mentioning that they don't want to go to school. So, school refusal is a very common symptom of anxiety.
How do parents know how to properly react to something like that? For instance, we were always told the old way of thinking for parenting is, your child falls and cries, you don't react right away, you don't make a big deal out of it. So instead of maybe glossing over some things that you might have in the past, when is it important to pay more attention?
It's important to always pay attention, open communication, and asking the questions to the child. Ask them, do you have questions? Are you worried? Are you scared about what the plan's going to be? And I think it's very important to always tailor what we are saying to the developmental age. We are not going to have this conversation with a 4-year-old, but we definitely should have it with a 15, 16-year-old.
And maybe not, to your point, maybe not ask questions if they're not exhibiting some anxiety symptoms, because you don't want to then put that in their head.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it is important that we as parents think about, what is it, me that I'm getting stressed, or is it actually the child being anxious? It is important to keep our concerns or our worries or our own anxiety to ourselves, because anxiety can definitely be something that spills out, and it can affect their perception of things. If my parent is not in control, how can I be in control? So it is very important to keep our questions to ourselves.
And then if a parent does need to seek some help for their child, what do you advise?
So, a couple of things: focus on facts. Reach out to your primary care physician. If you have any questions about you or your child, reach out to a health professional first about questions about COVID. And if you have concerns about your own mental health, you actually should start with your primary care, because that might be able to answer all your questions. Otherwise, reach out to mental health care.
All right, Dr. Lopez, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really good advice.
Thank you.